Hello, my lovelies. I am doing a quick stream for my friends who we're all going to start a Elder Scrolls Online new game on for Blackwood, and we're going to be on PS5. But no, I'm not. We're going to be on PS4 even. Let's start with that again. I um, Hello, Dimash. I'm absolutely screwing up the beginning of this, so I think 2 hours sleep is possibly not enough. So basically, what's happening is we're starting to play this on PS4 and PS5 when it comes out on the 8th of June for the new chapter Blackwood, and I promised to show various people my PC save. So thank you, Dimash. He's linking it to various channels, which is lovely of him. But I promised to show people what my PC save had, and generally show people around for classes, dungeons, delves, trials, which I'm not going to do because there's only one of me, characters, and any other question they have. So if you can bear with me for 2 seconds, I just need to post the link into Facebook and Twitter, and then I'll be with you. And thank you, Dimash, for posting that, because that solves a lot of problems for this. And I promised to post it to a couple of friends, so just let me post that to a couple of friends. I play ESO with a keyboard and mouse, which, sometimes people think that's a bit weird. I'm not the best player in the world, so forgive me if you don't get the best advice, but I'm just pasting this. We'll get them in a minute. Also, I'm going to have to turn my fan on, because the UK has suddenly decided that even though it's grey, dull and horrible, it's going to be hot. And I'm boiling. So, there you go. Right, I am here. I am paying attention. I just need to move a couple of things over, like Streamlabs. Oh, I've broken Streamlabs. Sorry all. If the packets drop or the sound goes weird or you can't hear me or anything else, give us a shout, because as you all know, I'm a bit of a noob when it comes to playing this, but that's gone off the edge. Hopefully that doesn't screw YouTube up too much. Right, back to this. See, when I tab out of this so I can go and play, see, I've broken it. It doesn't stop it, so. There you go. Tom's playing D2. Oh, poor Dimash. I feel for you. See, now I've messed the stream up entirely because I moved stuff around. Bear with me a minute while I try and fix my own inadequacies. What I will say is I don't really recommend trying to stream after 2 hours sleep because your brain's not working. So, okay, right. So, I don't know what to start with. So if I start with this. So this is my Nightblade character, who's very happy today because, if I get off my horse, it makes life easier because you might be able to see her. So, lots of characters you can play in the game. This is my Nightblade, who today got a ring that I've been trying to get for probably about 6 months. And I kind of went, oh, stuff it, I'm going to do it today. And I've just spent 3 hours in a dungeon, walking around in circles, waiting for this to sort itself out. And then eventually I get the ring. And it's probably the best in slot for most players, of most characters. And it's fairly easy to get. So, Yeah. So I'm open to questions. So if people want to ask me stuff like what the hell do I do in this game, or what does a free bear look like, or anything else, give us a shout. Otherwise, I'm just going to, for the minute, go and put some stuff in my bank because I'm wandering about with it. Also, for anyone who can see this, still a bit squashed. I can't work out why it doesn't like my aspect ratio on my monitor, but never mind. Um, she's not that thin, by the way. So people were asking about whether you can do trading in the game, and you can be in. Actually, I won't do it like that. So, um, you can be in lots of guilds. So, what's the easy way of doing this? I go into here and then go into guilds. So you can be in up to 5 guilds. Um, I'm currently in 3, one of which is completely inactive, and I'm in charge. And it's basically a dumping ground for this guild, who just dump stuff in it when they have run out of bank space. So I kind of own this one, but it's not my guild really. So the way to do it is you join a guild, and then they can hire a guild trader. This I currently don't have a guild trader, but we can still sell stuff in our guild, and then you invite people in, and in this guild there are 371 people. I think the max is 495, but I'm not entirely certain. And then you can give them ranks, so the person in charge is the top rank, and then down to the bottom rank, and I'm this rank because that's what everybody is. I have managed this one once, which is a special rank. Um, and then you can basically invite anybody, and you have history of what's going on. And then if you have a guild trader, this shows you what the guild trader is selling, and the guild gets a cut of whatever is sold to the guild trader. So basically, this shows who bought what in where. But nobody's really interested in it. More interested in the guild itself. Everybody has a tabard. Most people don't wear it, but that's only because um, they're wearing something else in the slot. And then anybody can be in the guild. And then once you're in the guild, you can then go into the banker, and you have in the banker you have your own bank, the guild bank. So the guild bank for um, red for exchange probably won't let me see anything. Yeah, so I can't take it out, but I can see that it's got 121 inventory full and 210, and then the bank. So that's my inventory, and then the bank's got 431 thing. And I can't take their money away, but who cares? I've already got a million gold and don't really care. So you can see that, and you can trade with that guild if you want to. But if you do this, you can also go into a guild store. Hello, Subcipher. It's not really a class. It's more a what the hell do you want to know stream. So this is my bank. Oh, sorry, this is my trading on the bank. So I can add items I've found. Don't worry about these. These are things you can make. That's jewellery you can pick up, crafting emblems, the motifs, things for furniture for houses. So you can make a box of oranges if you wanted to. And yet you can sell these, and then anybody who is in the guild I'm in can buy these. Or if we've got a guild trader, then everybody can buy it. But because you can be in lots of guilds, you can sell with other guilds. And then I was going to the bank. Sorry, just going to my bank to put some stuff in it while I think about it. I've just respected my character completely, so I'm
or if you do not trust her,
just want to put some stuff away, which I don't need to keep in my bag at the moment. Oh, that's actually worth keeping. I have lots of add-ons, so things that tell me how much money I make. The what the hell do you want to know moment. What else did I want to put in the bank? Don't care about that. I will show you crafting in a second because I need to craft. See, Damash, look, I've got the... there are main cities, yes. Each faction has its own main city. I can take you to the main cities and show you the main cities. As Damash was doing his quest, he found a thing called Nell's Hidden Loves, and I've got it as well. It's a book for finding stuff. And I can't get rid of it on the principle that, why would anyone want to? Do I want those? Put those in there. Definitely want to put that in there. There's various things that you can lock so you can't sell them by mistake, and that's part of the actual game, which is really useful. And then I don't care about this. I've got so much stuff on me. Right, I need to put that in there. Right. Having done that, I'm going out into the cold, hard world. So, Warkill, where I am at the moment, is one of the main places in the Aldermany domain, which is the one I usually play, and it's got a very good bank in it. You said I found it? You might have found an instrument. Sorry, it's a book, not an instrument. So, crafting is quite fun. So you can do various things of crafting. You can do metalworking, woodworking, cloth and leatherworking, jewellery, alchemy, enchanting, which is making enchantments for your weapons and stuff. And I need to do one of those in a minute, so I'll show you how to do it. And what's the other thing you can do? Jewel crafting. Oh, and cooking. And as I was asked yesterday, you can do them all on the same character. Well, yes, so some things do have a value of nothing. So the stuff that is usually white has a value of nothing, but you can disenchant it and get the mats back, at which point that's what I normally do rather than trying to sell it. So this is woodworking, and all these were things in red are all the types of wood I could get if I had them, but I don't. But you can find them out in the wild. They've done a really clever thing that as you level up, your type of wood that you can find levels up with you. So the highest one you can find, or I can find, is this rough ruby ash, which you can then turn into proper ruby ash. And then you can create stuff. And I can create anything up from level 1 up to main cap, which is 160. You can also deconstruct, which I'm about to do. So they've introduced this new thing where you see it says bind to add to your set collection. They've added a new thing recently, which means that once you've disenchanted an overland set, meaning a set that you can't craft yourself, or actually I think it applies to dungeons as well, you can then recreate it at a later date if you want to. But I'm just going to disenchant everything because that's the sort of person I am. And I get to learn some stuff while I'm doing it. So I know I'll get a message that says you have added a new thing to your collection, and if I go into collections in here, you can see that various things are added. So Queen's Elegance, wherever the hell that comes from, I haven't actually got that at all, apart from the ring. But so if you had it and you had these transmute stuff, you could recreate everything you wanted to. I'm just going to potter over here. Almost every city has clothing stations and woodworking and basically all of that. So this, if I'm in cloth stuff at the moment, and cloth is light armor and medium armor, so that's cotton and jute and silk and stuff, and then the medium is the raw material, is the rubido hide scraps, and then once you've turned them into something, you can refine down. And I'm just going, is that worth keeping? So one of the add-ons I've got is this thing called TTC, which is Tamriel Trade Centre, and it suggests how much something's worth. So they're suggesting it's worth between 729 and 911, and that's not worth keeping. But it's always worth keeping if you're levelling up anything that says divines on it at 160, which is the top level. So this, see, it says C. So the top level is level 50, and CP 160 is the top. I'm pointing at it and nobody can see. It's hilarious. And CP 160 is the top level for armour. So when you're levelling up, it's probably not worth keeping any of these things. But when you get to top level, Divines is the most useful one because it increases the effect of one of your buffs that you have. But I'm not going to keep it. I'm just going to delete it. Or disenchant it even. And one of the lovely things about this game is they've now introduced it so that you can do that. So you can select them all and disenchant them all at the same time. Because you used not to be able to do that, and it's a pain in the behind. Actually, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to sell that because it's worth more if I sell it. Right, so that was woodworking, cloth making and blacksmithing. And then over here is alchemy for making pots, which I cheat slightly at because I have an add-on, which of course I won't have on the PS4, which will be fun when I have to remember what the hell everything does. So every plant does 4 things. So you have you can do a combination of any of this lot and any of that lot. If it's coloured in, it's beneficial. If it's not, it's bad, but sometimes useful. And then you can also create poisons, which can go on your blades, or your bow, or your stick, or whatever you're using, and that works in the same principle. And then I do not know the number of combos, and I refuse to learn, because it's lots. But this is my cheaty thing, so if I wanted to, I could just go to my favourites list, pick out the one I wanted on my favourites list, and make a bunch of them. Because, you know, everybody likes a bit of cheating. I'm just going to nip over here.
Keep to your own business.
So this place, the crafting stations are all quite well widespread, but there are other places are easy. So this is cooking. Also, I have a cheaty add-on which puts them in the right colours and shows me whether or not I own it. So, for instance, duck soup, I don't own, but I own a lot of other things and a whole load of specials and whatever. And it's useful to have because when you need to craft like 100, it's like, yeah, crafting's really fun. I like crafting a lot. And then you go around here and we have jewel crafting, which was introduced in Somerset DLC and was fun until you came to jewel crafting when so you need 10 of these to make one. And if I go, I can't do it from here, hang on a second. If I go into here and then go into my crafting bag and then go into jewel crafting, this is the chromatic plating, and you need 4 of those to upgrade one ring from purple to the top level of legendary, and they're 120,000 each. Hello, Moose. Yes, Subcypher. It's very similar to Skyrim. It's set a millennium before Skyrim, so you know it's still there, but it's not quite the same. So, And then you also have enchanting, which is the thing I'm about to do. If I can remember what on earth I'm doing. Hang on a sec. I need my web browser, but I shut it, so I have to now. Oh, see, this is really complicated. So in order to do any form of enchanting, which gives you added things to your rings, so you can stick them on your rings or your clothing or whatever you've just created. So if I go back into this one, you can see I've got. I will ignore that because whatever. But I'm wearing a Briarheart Jack. So the part of a set, Briarheart set, these are what happens, what I get as benefits on each thing. And then in the trait of the armor is divines, and then I've stuck stamina on it. So I currently need 1. So I need. There's no point wearing that, but I can't change it at the moment. So I need stamina for that one, which may take a minute because I need to remember what on earth stamina is. So to make an enchant, the highest colour of the game is yellow, except for that Ring of the Pale thing, which are special legendaries. They're like getting primals in. Oh, well, I can't remember what they're called. The massive legendary things you can get in Diablo 3. So, because this is highest level, I'm using one of those. I've got loads. They're worth a lot of money if you happen to run out of money. And then you have to pick an essence. So I need stamina. And then I have to pick the right level of thing to make the highest level. And I think it's that one. Right, so I'm going to make a truly superb glyph of stamina, which adds 868 stamina to armor. And I always read it back to myself because I have screwed this up quite a lot of times, and they're worth a bit of money. And then you hit craft. And now I need to work out how to do the other one. So we go back into stamina, and we will find weapon damage, which I can't remember what it's called. Bear with me a minute while I work my way through this. The worst comes to worst, I will Google it. Oh, it might be that one. Right, so this is going to give me a weapon damage, which is not what I want. So I need to go back into the blue ones. Oh, no, blue ones. And I have to find a level 10. That I wish I had an add-on for this so I could work out what the level 10s were. It would be so much easier, but I have never found one, so we're going to do it this way. I can't remember what it's called. Shows how often I do this. Oh, it's that one. No, that's weapon as well. So each one does lots of things, so you have to kind of pick the one you want. Oh, and it looks like I haven't got one, because I think it's a Hajika. Excellent. Oh, it might be that one. No, that's a weapon glyph as well. Talk amongst yourselves for 2 seconds, I'm going to go and Google it. ESO weapon damage glyph. And here, it'll then tell me what I need to use on it. And there's a very useful website which is called the Elder Scrolls Wiki, and I'll put a link in the chat in a second. It's Okori, and I'm sure I've got one. No, which means I'd have to go and buy one. And screw that idea for a minute, I should go and do it in a sec. So, if you can't find anything in Elder Scrolls, you want to go here. Oh, hang on, not there. Not signed in on OBS, it won't let me do it. So, this is your thing. not sure the 3 best teachers in the world are failure, pain and Google. Some of it's nice. What did I say? A Corey. Right, now you get to see how guild traders work, because I get to wander over here. Oh, before I do that, because I'm here. So, the way to apply one of these once you've done it is you've created it. If you go into the thing you want to do, right click, go to enchant. I don't know how if this works the same in PS4 land, and then you click OK and it enchants it, and then you make sure that you've got it right, because otherwise you messed it up. The other thing I'll show you before we wander off into the world is I'll show you enchants and such like. I just need to find somebody who's going to be helpful and let me sell mend my stuff.
This one sees you have survived.
Right, let's just do the mending of stuff for a second. And now I'm going to go back to I will go through characters as well if you like. I'm just going to go and talk to Canna and see. So, this is a massive add-on, so cheaty thing, you won't have it. ESO Helper app is fantastic, it's really nice, and also I would definitely recommend Lucky Ghost, who does some really good videos on how to start, what to do, etc. And Hack the Minotaur, who does lots of this is the best build at the moment. I would recommend that you don't worry about builds particularly until you get to level 50 and just enjoy the show, because it's not going to make a lot of difference, particularly to anybody what you're doing. So this is an add-on. So this is the guild store thing, and basically it means that I can very quickly find the thing I want. Or it would be if I could type. And they haven't got any. So this is a very frustrating thing. So you spend quite a lot of time going to traders and typing it in and going, have you got one? And then nobody's got one, and then you go around to somebody else. And there's always traders in all the towns. So, hello Robo! Oh, if nobody's got one, I'm going to give up in a minute. Just go without. Okay. End of that clever idea. Nobody's got one, so we will worry about that later. What was I going to show you? Oh, Outfitter Station. Which is interesting, because I don't know where the Outfitter Station is here. I assume there is one. If I can't find it, I'll go somewhere where I know. And by the way, if it sounds too loud, give us a shout and I'll show you, turn it down a bit or something. Right, hang on. 2 modes. I need to go back into this so I can actually read it. Oh, I'm in top chat. That's why I can't see what's going on. Destroyed by top chat.
Top quality merchandise.
What was the question? Missed the question. Is there anything we all have to agree on in order to play together? If we are not doing, it's a very good question. If we are not doing PvP, it doesn't matter because it's one Tamriel, so we can all be in the same place at the same time. If we intend to do PvP, it would really help if you were all the same faction. And I'm not deeply fussed, but I normally play out of my Dominion because that's just me. Right, what am I doing? I'm going to find an outfit station because I don't know where one is. So I'm about to demonstrate the ways to get to places. Don't worry, Mia. You can watch your back or, you know, scream at your application. So there's two main ways of travelling. The first one, well, you know, apart from using your feet and walking, because you can actually walk from one end of the world to the other if you really wanted to. But it would take you a while and it can get quite boring. The other way to do it is to, well, actually, there's loads. So, right, I'm going to do it this way. So, if you open your map, you get a lovely map. If you zoom out of your map, you get the area you're currently in. If you zoom all the way out, you get, if you do this far out, you get the places that are available. So these are all the places that I've unlocked.
Really just see that?
Or somebody's just pickpocketed, so the guard's going mad. So these are all the areas that have been unlocked. This is Cyrodiil, which is the PvP area, so whatever. And then this shows all the places been locked and all the houses and the way shrines, whatever. If you zoom all the way out, this is the whole area. So there's extra places over here, and over here, and those are all three of... No, that's not true. This one and this one are DLCs. That one is base game. So the way to travel, there's ways of travelling. So if you zoom into an area, so where am I going? I'm going here. So Western Skyrim, zoom in, and you see these little, which look like kind of rooks. These are way shrines. So if I recall to this way shrine, it's going to cost me 102 gold. At level 70 it's 146, but I've got a special thingy that gives me cheap money off it. So you can click on that and it will take you there and cost you money. The other way of doing it is to go to a way shrine, right click out, go to where you want to go, zoom right in, click the button, confirm and go. Hello Maya, how you doing? Wow, 2 AM. The problem with time zones, you've been the other side of the world. And then what happens? You end up in the way shrine. So you go there and it doesn't cost you any money. Good night, Raya. I hope you have a good sleep. The other way you can do it is you can go into your guild, which... Oh, yeah. So this guild, this is my guild roster. So I have for... let's turn off, that's hide the offline people. So these are all the people who are currently playing this game. And this is where they are. If it says something like the Crypto Kingdom Hearts, you don't want to go there on the principle that that's a dungeon, and that won't do you any good. But say I wanted to go to Alakir Desert, which is a lovely place, I can right-click and travel to player. This does not cost you anything. So if you are in a guild, say Damash is in, I don't know, Oradon, and Subcypher's in Cold Harbour, and you want to get to Cold Harbour, you can just right-click on him in Cold Harbour and do travel to player. And this takes you to the nearest way shrine to the person. And it's really useful. So it's a good thing to be in a guild. So I've jumped places because I know where stuff is. So I'm now in Western Skyrim, which I have quest for, which I haven't done. There's various icons on here, so these are fun. These are Maelstrom arenas, things which are quite fun. I won't explain anything about them because you will find out for yourselves. But if I scroll in a bit, this is the main city of this zone, and these are all the crafters, and this is where I normally come to do my crafting, because if I go down here and go up the stairs, well, slope rather than stairs. Get out of the way, God. you will see that all of the crafting stations that we've just been to in that other area are all here, all next to each other. Makes it so easier to do your daily stuff. And then we will go into here, which, if anyone's seen my desktop from any of my pictures, the my main screen desktop is image is from here. But there's all, so you go over here, and there is this thing called an outfit station. So my armor is an outfit. So I've basically, what I've done is I've changed my armor to look like something else. If you have ESO Plus, you can also wear a costume. So I'm wearing a hat, which is costume, and you can then dye that costume hat. If you don't have ESO Plus, you won't be able to do that, but to be honest, it's not much of a hardship. So I will quickly introduce you to my character. So this is Innis, or well, Entley Innis, and Innis Entley, which everybody sees Innis in comments and stuff, means Island of the Saints in Welsh. And I tend to name all my characters Welsh because it's a good language and quite fun to do. So she's a wood elf and has horns and good colouring and whatever, but unfortunately, if you put the hat on, it changes her hair, but you know, it's a nice hat. So she is a stamina nightblade, and she is a bow and blade user. So if I hit Z, you'll get blades. It's not the most popular build at the moment. I've been looking at builds today because Blackwood's coming, and I just thought I'd check them out. So at the moment, the most popular build is to be a double bow build, and I'm really bad at playing a double bow build, so I'm just going to stick to this because this is my favourite way of playing. So, but she does lots of damage, and it's quite fun. But you can change everything you're wearing. So for instance, if I just put my blades away again and turn this back to bows, so if I click on bow and turn her around so you can see her bow, this is the bow she's using at the moment. Quick bow moment. So it's a fiery bow that when you get it out, it's fiery, and it has a really nice quiver. But if you can see on the left, these are all the bow styles I own. So basically you can be any bow style you like in the whole thing. Yes, Subcypher, it is. I've been trying to learn it for about 5 years, and I'm very bad at it, so I haven't given up yet. But oh, excellent! Glad to hear it, Moose. Moose has just said that we're working in the garden with him. I hope we're working hard. So these are all the bows you can buy. I bought various things off various merchants, and these ones, the Opal Ice Heart bow, which I think is hideous, but it became part of the set. Excuse me, I'm just going to have a drink. I'm slightly letting down the water challenge on the principle that I'm drinking orange juice with lots of water in it. But you can change your bow or any of your clothing or anything else to any other style. It costs a bit of gold to change it over. So, you know. And the other thing you can do, which is hilarious, and I will do, but I will be exiting without saving, is you can randomise it. So, this takes any of the styles I own and randomises them to my colour scheme. See, that's hilarious. I mean, anyone with a hat like that. And then the other thing you can do is you can also dye them. So you can set up dyes across here, and I set these up, but then you can also randomise the dyes. So you can be any colour or style you want. I want one of the hideous ones. The pink and green ones are really horrible. So, I mean, this is not bad. It's not something I would choose, but they're not awful. away. You can see the full effect of the terrible randomising of colours. Oh, there you go, pink. I'm not a big fan of pink. And then if you like, say you like the pink, but you don't like the main colour, and you rather the main colour was something like this beautiful purple, you can click in each of these and change it over. So, you know, it doesn't really work because of the way the colour scheme is, but and then you can basically change it to anything you like in any colour you like at all. And I kid you not, some of them are horrible, but you know, each their own. And this you get straight off, and you get the colours by earning them. So they're not ones you buy, you earn them from doing stuff. So for instance, the transliminal violet, which is one of my favourite colours, which is kind of a silvery purple, is unlocked by the Imperial Lightbringer achievement. So you will probably get lots of these. There are lots of other ones that I haven't got yet. And I'm now going to exit. And it says, are you sure you want to leave? All your chances will be lost. Yes, please, I'd love to leave. And no, I don't want to save it. Right, I'm just, while we're here, in solitude, I'm just going to go and check. No, I'm going the wrong way. I'm just going to go in here and check whether any of these guys have got the thing I want, because I'm here. Oh, they're too expensive. Sorry, I've just tabbed back out again to see if I can find the actual thing I want. Where's the... Sorry, or... See, I can't keep all of these in my head, so I'm really bad at remembering which glyph does what. So, you'll have to excuse me for a moment while I fussily go over here and look. Sorry, or bear with me 2 secs. And I'm going to have a cough, so give me a sec. I shut things down when I wasn't supposed to. Never mind, we'll go with no glyphs because I can't bother to worry about it, because we're doing a show and tell rather than everything else. Yeah, the bards are amazing. So they sing all sorts of things. So this guy over here will sing you a song. And also some of them are part of the quests as well, so which is kind of cool. Right, where should we go now? What was I going to show you next? Can't remember. We get Biden to come and sing. It'd be good. Right, I'm going to go and kill something because I can. So if I go out of this door here. Oh, by the way, I don't know how many people have seen the videos that Tomash and I have been posting, but there's very interesting things. So if you're on the main quest, it looks like a diamond with a diamond inside it. So that's your main quest. You don't have to do it. I mean, I've got characters that haven't touched the main quest at all, and just, you know, there for fiddling about and playing with. If it's a diamond like this, but black inside, that's a side quest, and there's absolutely tons of them. And if it's a blue one like this one, these are dailies, so you could do them every single day if you really wanted to. I am not going to show you what the story is because you get to do that yourself.
Why couldn't the dwarf's infant sure deliverance and expect?
They've got some really good voice actors in this, by the way. Oh, the other thing, I am a murderer. I know, it's terrible. See, so if it's a filled-in one, he's part of the quest that you need to talk to,
I'm telling them it's
who then tells you to go somewhere and do something, which I'm also not going to show you because you can do it yourself. I forgot what I was saying. It's gone. Oh, I know what it was. My recommendation is that if you, when you start, do the tutorial, because the tutorial teaches you a lot about how to play the game and is quite fun. When Blackwood comes out, you'll be able to pick any zone that you own to do your tutorial in. Each one's slightly different. The original one is really fun. It's very similar to Skyrim, but you don't have to do that one. But I do recommend doing it because it's quite useful. So I'm just going to steal this butterfly. There's loads of stuff out in the world while we're here that you can pick up. So, Bidebeck, hello. So lots of things you'll pick up in the world. So runestones. She said who didn't pick it up. Come on. There you go. And you can kill crabs if you wanted to. I will warn you, you can swim in most things. Do not swim out into the sea because you will die. Though actually, do it once because you'll get an achievement, but then don't do it again. Just going to go here. One of the posts that was up yesterday. Yeah, you should come and play. It'd be fun. Seeing more stuff in the world. So this is platinum for jewel crafting. And then over here is more stuff. Oh, you can get a skill which does stuff that shows you. Actually, I might do skills. I might go somewhere and stand somewhere vaguely safe, where I'm not likely to get eaten by anything, and show you the skills. So. If you want to subscribe, we're going to play the characters we all picked for Blackwood all together, or start off together. I'm not sure, we can probably all do it together at the same time because time zones, etc. But yeah, this weekend is if you want to play, and you want the Blackwood chapter on pre-order and get all of its stuff. This weekend is the last opportunity because it comes out on Tuesday for the the place. No, it doesn't. It comes out on Tuesday for the PC, and it comes out on the 8th of June for the PlayStation and the Xbox. So. Well, Vogel, we are going to play it, so, yeah. Damash is going to think of a good guild name, and we're going to set one up so everybody can play. So, while I'm standing here, I'm going to show you skills. So, for me, to get back into the into the menu, I use I, but skills are in here. I am not going to go through all of the skills, because, frankly, each class has its own set of skills, and there are some much better videos out there in the world of people doing skills. But the easy thing about skills is each class gets 3 subsections on its own skill. So you can, be whatever you like, and you can level up whatever you like. You might have final builds, but you can do basically do what you like. And then you can do any of the weapons you like. It works the same way as Skyrim. So put it this way, if you start off picking up a 2-handed weapon, you will go up in the 2-handed weapon. The reason why these are all filled in, but they have pluses next to them, is that once upon a time, dual two-handed swords was the best thing for a Nightblade, so I learned them all. And then I got rid of them because I don't need it, because I've changed what's the best thing. So everybody can learn two-handed, hand and shield, which nobody with a tank should be using. Dual wield, which is what I'm using. Bow, which I'm also using. Each one of these also has two things on it. So you start off on a basic, and then once you get this to level 5, you get a choice between two things you can have. So I can't remember what the other one of this one is. So I've picked acid spray. Don't use it very much, but it's quite good. It's instant death, so it's quite fun. And then there would be something else you can have, so you can pick your differences. Everybody can use staffs if they wanted to. I was, a very long time ago, a friend and I were going to level up Magicka Nightblade healers just to see what would happen. I kid you not, it was so hard I gave up. Because we're not really designed for it. It's not. But we can. I mean, you can do it if you wanted to. I'm just not sure I would recommend it. There's 3 different sorts of armour. Don't have anything in light armour, but I could. My suggestion, when you start getting armour, wear at least 3 pieces of whatever your chosen armour is. So, for instance, if you're a tank, it would probably be heavy armour. If you're a magic user, it's light armour. If you're a DPS, like a warden or a necromancer or a nightblade, you probably want medium armour, but it depends on your build. But my suggestion would be to wear at least 3 of the one you've chosen to use, and then the rest a mixture between light and heavy, or medium and light, or whatever it is, because you level up each of these by using them. So when you start, you've got 50 levels in order to learn lots of stuff. So my suggestion would be to learn lots of stuff. So when you start, you have these. So when you start, you end up with one of these, one bar when you start. And I would suggest putting at least one of each of your class things into this bar so you level them up. I also would suggest that you add Fighter's Guild and Mage's Guild to it as well, because they are really useful skills. And also, my biggest tip is, when you get 2 skill points that you don't desperately need, put 1 in Intimidating Presence and 1 into Persuasive Will. Because there is so many things in this game where you need to persuade somebody to do something or threaten them. And that's where those 2 come from. And had somebody told me that when I started the game, it would have made my life so much easier. But there's loads of things you can learn, so there's loads. There's also lots of passives, and you should learn your passives because everybody has their own skills. So, for instance, I get increased experience with getting bows, which is good. My health detection is less. That's also quite good at Khajiits. Stamina recovery is much, much better, and I resist diseases and poisons, which is really good. Dark Elf Sorcerer's good. Yeah, that works. I've got the one. Yes, you need 10 people to start a guild, and 10 people in order to, if you wanted it, get a guild trader. But the likelihood of getting a guild trader is quite thin because you buy guild traders with gold. And there are loads of them, but there are also a lot of guilds. And then I've also got all of the crafting. So, yeah. If anybody wanted anything if they were PC, I can do all of it. So, and, I mean, Damash and I were talking about this yesterday. I'm maxed out on all of my class stuff. I'm not quite maxed out on... Oh, we need to respec, but I'm not going to do it now. So I'm not quite specced out entirely on this. So Assault is PvP. Oh, and I've definitely not maxed out on this. But I've got 37 skill points left, which I'm not using. So you can also be, in-game, a werewolf and a vampire. You can be bitten by a player or get it in the wild, and you can also get rid of it. So if you suddenly decide that you don't want to be a vampire. So for instance, necromancers, often quite good if you happen to be a vampire, because it's quite a useful thing, except you become vulnerable to fire, but apart from that. And they're being revamped in Blackwood. That's quite hard to say. So that might mean that's the thing you might want to do. And if you suddenly decide you don't want to do it, you can buy a scroll to get rid of it. So, no. The other thing the game has, and I know this is on PS4 because when I did an experimental character yesterday, which was hilarious because I spent a lot of time going, and how do you get on your mount from a controller? It's F10 for me. You can set out what you fancy being. So, for instance, I'm an assassin, medium armor, stamina build, and then and you can be magicka build, or light armor magicka build, or I've never tried the tank role for Nightblade, but you could if you wanted to, or you can ignore those entirely and just do what you like. But every character has one, so I'm just going to. By the way, I squirrel a lot in games, and I just wander off. I squirrel so much. Oh, congratulations, Mia. I squirrel so much in this game. I mean, if you want to get from... Oh, look, there's a thing. If you want to get from A to B with me, I will squirrel. So don't expect to follow me. Sorry, I'm rushing over here because you see the big red light in the sky. That is a Maelstrom. So what I'm going to do, if I can get there before it goes away, is I'm going to zoom over there. And we can do a quick Maelstrom, which is basically a how many people do you need world boss. I'm trying to zoom over there while avoiding the thing, and if we get there and it's gone, it won't matter. If we get there and there's nobody there, I'm not doing it by myself. Yes, so necromancers and vampires go hand in hand. I think necromancers and werewolves are quite good as well, so... Is there anybody here? No, it's bugged. Oh, well, that's helpful. Right, so... Ah, no, it's not. This is the Maelstrom. So I'm going to change weapon to my bow. I'm going to cast some critters, and I'm going to shoot stuff. So this, you do not need to be in a party. You can all do it individually. And, yeah, you can die really fast. And I've just realised almost everybody's died, so I'm just going to run away. So, this character is she's a bow user mostly, and I'm going to get run over by a werewolf. So the object of this is to kill the big guy, and the big guy's over here. If when you're playing you meet something that has 3 rows of red boxes next to itself, do not take it on by yourself. You will die a lot. Unless it's a public dungeon, at which point you won't die quite as much. But... And I'm doing this all wrong, because I should be doing light attacks in between my heavy attacks to get the min-maxing of the thing, but I'm not doing that because I'm being overly lazy. But I'm on 85% of my main thing, so it's not going to kill me. Where is it? It's dead. No, there's one over here. There you go. And you don't need to be in a group for any of these. Oh. Don't stand in the fire now. And you get stuff out of it. And you only need to do one of those a day. If you want to. Alright, I should open my box. Oh. So, once you've killed the bad guy, looted the bad guy, and opened the box... Tom, it's a Maelstrom world event. And basically everybody can do it. And it's really fun. And one of the best things about this game, and one of the things I love most about this game, is that anybody... Hello, Wolfie! Anybody can do it at any level. So you could be a level 5 character attacking those mobs, and you will live. And I can be a level 50 top, and I can do it, and I will live, because they have set it so that every monster scales to the person hitting it. So level 50s and level 5s can hit the same thing, and it's beautiful. And I just thought I'd show you. So I got a box, I got a bag, and I opened the bag, and in the bag is a recipe for a vampiric goblet fluted for a house. So I will take that, even though I've already got it, and I won't worry about it. And now I am going to just going to kill these guys because they're here. You have to excuse the green floating numbers. It's because I was trying to work out how much DPS I did. I don't normally play with them on. Right. Oh, there's another Maelstrom over there, but we're not going to bother with that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and show you my house. What am I doing? Wrong button. Map. So, if you see on here, you see these little houses? These ones are, they're ones players can buy, and you can basically own one of these houses, and I own a couple, and I'm just going to, which one am I going to? I'm going to this one. So they did a campaign when this Sigic Order thing came out for Somerset, and they the Cedar and Zenimax did a thing where you could get your own house for free, and everybody who did it got a house. So I can have a house. Now they've changed it slightly, so what you used to do is you used to click on it and it would take you straight there. Now you click on it and it says, do you want to go to the inside or the outside? Which is really useful. But we're going inside because whatever. This is not finished, by the way, because there are a few rooms with nothing in it. But there is a certain point in your life when you really want to stop building. Because it's not as fun as it is in No Man's Sky. This one, which is the Grand Sigic Villa, somebody made the Harry Potter Great Hall out of it. And it's hilarious, it's very beautiful. But not me. So basically, anything you can see here, apart from the big structures, I have placed. So, these nice camels, and various things, and trees, not the grass, because, you know, you can't move the grass, but you can move the trees. So I shall give you a quick grand tour of it, and Damash, you'll like this one, because this is one with a dungeon in it. So, general quick tour. So, we'll go back over here, do it properly. So, just need to go back here. So this is the way out. So if you want to leave, you just press the button to leave, and you know can go out and whatever. But yeah, so this is my house. See, beautiful house. You can't change the structure of the house itself, but you could add walls if you wanted to, but they're a bit weird and they don't quite work. But yeah, so But I just thought I'd show you how beautiful it is. So it comes with this beautiful moat and the drain, and I have added the dragons and various other things. This dragony thing comes from the antiquities. So if you pick that scrying and antiquities up, then you can do it. And then I planted the trees, and I've added the pets. I've got more pets than anyone else would want. So these things, floaty things, are the pets. And then I've added more trees and statues and, you know, stuff and things. It has lots of waterfalls, which I kind of like. And yeah, I should go this way and do this. Well, missed entirely. Go for a swim, I don't care. But the thing they've introduced recently, so the trees and the plants, but not the water lilies and mine. One of the fun things they've introduced recently is they've introduced pathing, so you can put a pet or something else into a path and it will run about in this path with a timer on it for a certain number of times. Hello Cat, how you doing? Have you recovered yet? Cat is my friend from work, who's had one of those weeks, I think is probably the best way of saying it. So the frog that hopped past, which I don't know where it's gone now, but it's wandered off. I am definitely in the zone. So that red frog will carry its way round a little path and then wander back or wander off. I think it's wandered off. Oh yeah, it goes to the water, I've forgotten about that. So basically, that little frog goes in a kind of square round, if I could get up there. So you can see it's over here now. So it jumps through the water and it bounces up onto the waterfall, and you can set it to do whatever you like. And I will show you how to do that very quickly. So before we go inside, Housing Editor, I don't know what it is, it's on the PS4, but it's this on here. It puts you into first person view, which is slightly annoying because you have to remember how to jump. Come on, jump. Thank you. So I can move the lily pads, but you see the blue lines? This is where my tangerine frog goes. So I've made it so it starts here, goes round, stops for 10 seconds on a rock over there, stops for 10 seconds on a rock over there, stops there, comes round, goes round, comes back, goes back round. It's really fun. I'm going to come out of Housing Editor because it tends to make me feel a bit seasick. So, but yes, and you can do it with people as well, and all sorts of things. So pets, whatever you've got, basically. And I find it really fun. So I have a little waterfall which you can turn on or turn off with some more pets in it, because why the hell not? You are limited to the number of pets you can put in things, but you know, why not put lots in when you can? I can't remember how many it is exactly, but and then while we're still outside, there are trees, more statues. Yeah, it's really complicated. When they bought in housing, it was really easy and quite simple, and then they made it really, really complicated, and I love it. So, and then over here we have got a little grove with a canopy in it, and some flowers, and the Shrine of Mara, which is just part of the game, and you can turn it on or turn it off, and glow in the dark flowers. And then over here you've got a little tea sitting, so you can sit down. You can sit in the chairs. There aren't any swinging round chairs, but you can sit in the chairs. And there are, I don't know how many houses there are, but there's absolutely loads. So that, I don't know if you can see it, that little pet in there, he also moves about with the pathing. And also, if you don't want to do housing, you don't have to do it. It's not mandatory. You can completely ignore it. You will get a free room in a thing if you want it. You can also buy stuff, and you can also buy it furnished, but it costs real money. So, you know, don't get addicted. So this is the inside of this thing, and I've placed all the little lights and these lights and other lights and a table full of stuff. So I have crossed foxes and a pile of coins because I was trying to make it look like it was a kind of a shrine. So if you have ESO Plus, you get the statues here for nothing because they're freebies you get every time you I think it's about once a month, but it's not quite. So you can put things out. So this is it looks all okay on the surface and all quite normal. So you have a kitchen over here where they prepare your food. I'm not sure why it's got a stack of corn in it, but never mind. And then we have a cooking fire, so if I wanted to do it, cooking stuff here. And I've set it out with some tables and some chairs. You could sit down if the chairs were slightly further out from the tables, but you can't, they're too close. And some lights, and I put a shrine in, and then a top table with some chairs. I've got hundreds of these thrones because they were a freebie, and it was like, woohoo! I'm sorry, I'm just catching up with Tom talking about raids, and then so this all looks perfectly reasonable. Nothing's wrong here. Everything's beautiful. It's got banners with dragons on down the walls because, why not? The banners with dragons. And then you have a little room off the back, and you look at it and you think it's absolutely fine and there's nothing wrong, and there's a nice waterfall, and then you go through the back and it's a vampiric fountain of bats, which I can't honestly remember where I got from, but I probably found it or made it myself. And it's got black yuck in it, and it swarms bats. You can actually turn it off, but why would you turn it off? So then you carefully go down the stairs, and you look at the blood red candles on the stairs, and you get all the way down the stairs, and you think, oh my god, what's going on down here? And it's, there's bones on the floor and horrible crystals, and there's a shrine with a skull in it with a candle, which I will have to zoom into because otherwise you won't see it. That took absolutely ages to do because it's really hard to put a skull on top of a candle. Oh, by the way, also they've also introduced a thing where you can group things together, so you can pick them all up together. So much easier. Don't do it very often, but yeah, it's quite cool. And then you've got candles and a wheelbarrow with bodies in it and another crystal, and then you come down here and you've got your Lord and Master of the, oh my god, it's got too many arms and bits of body and pillars with skulls things on them, and then more. I need another one of those to make it symmetrical, but yeah. And then you've got a light with a body on it, and it's like, yes, everything's lovely, and then yeah, not so. But there are other houses. There's loads of houses you can have. I've got another one which is Hunding's Palace, and there's a few rooms with nothing in it yet because I didn't know what to put in. So this room currently has a carpet and a banner in it because I didn't know what else to put in it. And then I can't remember what I put bedrooms in this one. And then in this one there are, oh yes, this is a bedroom. So I added the fireplace because it didn't have one. So fireplace, and also you can. One of the things I really like, and actually when we do it PS4, I really want to do more dungeons because I'm very solo when I play it here, even though I'm in a guild. Because every time you finish a dungeon, you get a trophy. So I've got various trophies on the wall. The map came from somewhere else, but whatever. So yeah, you can display the trophies that you found, which I think is lovely. And whoever this person is who live here has a dressmaker because there's a sewing kit. And then you have, unfortunately, you can stand on beds, but you can't sleep in them. Candles, bed, and then my favourite room, which is the bathroom, which has a bath in it. And all I want is a rubber duck, because you can't get rubber ducks. And and towels on the chair, and a lamp, and a dressing table with a mirror, and a stool you can sit on, which I couldn't get it to turn round so you can sit on it the right way round, but I'm not going to fuss about it. And then the other thing you have is long-term storage, which used to be a bit bugged, so if you put stuff in here it would disappear, but it's kind of cool if you had stuff you didn't want to get rid of, put it in there. And yeah, so that's that one. There's various other stuff. There's stuff upstairs which I've added, but yeah, not finished yet because there's a point at which you kind of want to stop moving stuff about. So up here is some crafting stations, so you can do your own crafting up here. And if I go to map and I zoom out, I will very quickly take you to my other house. Yes, please, I'd love to go. Yeah, it would be nice to have a rubber duck. Or, a stuffed something you could put in it. I suppose actually I could train a pet to go in it, put clockwork mouse in it or something. That would work. Right, this is Hoodning's palatial hall, which is the other house I've tripped out. Good starter character build. If you're starting out, you don't really need a build. Basically, pick something you quite fancy and play it until you get to level 50. It's worth, depending on what you're doing, you're going to need, if you're going to do dungeons and stuff, you might need somebody who's willing to put a taunt on their bar and somebody who can heal, but you don't really need a build as is. If you want builds and things to level to, I would suggest going to Hack the Minotaur. Hang on, let me find you some links. That'll be quick. So, if I go to Hack the Minotaur, that would help if I could type. He does a really good build for Necros. Some of his stuff is behind a join wall, which I find slightly annoying, but it's okay. So that's Hack the Minotaur, and then there is I can't remember. Is he Silver Ghost or is he Ghost Silver? Oh, Lucky Ghost. There you go. Lucky Ghost is another good one. And I've forgotten his name. Is ESO builds. Acast. He's my go-to person for builds. So if you want a build to start with, go to Alcast, pick out something you like, level it up. You get a respec at level 43 anyway, and then you can, but it's quite interesting to go and look at what people are playing now. That's very funny because I've been standing here, that pet's just walked past. So that cat that's just wandered past is a mount. So I'm just going to go around here. So yes, another thing. So I've put in all the trees, all the things hanging out of trees, all the fires, all the plants. There you go. This guy here is this is a mount, and I've set him on a path, so he wanders about. I've also set up all the weird kind of archaeology thing around here, all the plants, the little fairy thing who wanders past, his pet, and then more pets things. It did have butterflies in there out space. Testing damage, fight. Yeah, I like doing the housing. It's really fun. So, and I just want to go and find out whether this guy is now working. No, he must be in the wrong place. So, this guy here is a test dummy, and if you are in a trail guild, not a trail guild, it's to be a completely different thing. They do this thing called parsing, where you test your damage on it. This guy is the top thing to test your damage on. So if you joined a raiding guild, they would want to know what your parse number is, and you would be, I can't remember what this is exactly, but it's really high. But this one doesn't work. I bought him today, and it's like, it really doesn't work. So I will not do it, but I will work him out. So it's not that I want to do trials, I'm just nosy about how much damage I can pump out if I really wanted to. But I thought I'd just show you the other house, and I'm just going to go. So you can, one of the other things you can do, and I suggest that once we get the guild going and we're, decided we're actually going to play this for a kind of long-term thing, is we set up a guild house that everybody can go to, and then you can put the items for each thing in it. So one of my main armor pieces is this thing called Hunding's Rage, and you can buy a crafting station that lets you do Hundings. So rather than having to go to where this is in the world, you can then just, go and find it here and do it. And that's one of the reasons for being in a guild. It's really useful. I've been working my way up to them and keep getting distracted. This thing called No Man's Sky keeps getting in my way. See, chairs you can sit in. Can't sit in beds though, but never mind. So I've set this up. I've got some magic cheese by the look of it. Oh, cheesiest cheese. See you later, sub. And I've set up a kitchen, and it has a free-ranging mouse in it, but I don't know where the mouse is at the moment. It has a free-ranging clockwork mouse, which of course I've set up to run about, so who knows where it is at the moment. And then I've got, oh hang on a minute. This I love. This is Jester's box. And every year they do a bunch of festivals, and you can get the Jester's box from the Jester Festival. And I just like it because it laughs at you. Oh, it pleases my little mind. It's like, yes, I know. Ah, there's cats up here. So everybody knows I covet other people's cats. So I completely covet Godfrey and would like to take him home, but I'm not sure he'd like it, and he probably wouldn't like a plane ride. But so I have set up a cat that parts about in here and plays with the ball and things, because why wouldn't you if you have the opportunity? They're not quite the same as pets in No Man's Sky, so you can have them follow you about, but they don't do anything in particular. So, and then just to bring the theme down a bit, because I've set up a shrine over here.
There's a ghost in here, right?
With
Its
my
name is Vincent, and it adores cherry pie. Maybe you should go fetch a pie. Or, an exorcist. Not sure where you fall on the whole restless dead issue.
So, the skull thing, you have you do a quest and you get him as a reward, and he's quite
This
fun.
place is so, I don't know, domestic. Where do you keep your trolls? You do have some trolls here, right? I was specifically told there would be trolls.
He just talks at you quite a lot. And there's another Jester's box. Because why would you not? And you can also pick up mystical items in the world, so that fan is a mystical item, and there's various other things. And somewhere there are music boxes, but I don't know where they are. And you can read books. So, there's books everywhere. I recommend working your way through all the bookcases you can find, because it's fun. Right, I'm going to log this tune out, and then I'm going to log another one in, just to show you some of the other tunes. She said not knowing. Oh, also if you're ESO Plus, you get rewards, so you get a thing every day. I think actually everybody gets that every day. But yeah, it's endless basically what you can do, and every so often they'll give you a house or a dungeon or a cave or a temple for free, because that's the sort of thing they do. So Nightblade, main character, top level, and then I created a sorcerer who is a dark elf, for anyone who was thinking of doing dark elf sorcerers. And then Tom's, who is in a raid, will get to look at the free bear, because this is my warden. I'm not going to log the sorcerer in, because basically it's a magic user and it shoots things, and they die. I have noticed that since putting another 16 gig of RAM into my machine, the loading times on this are much faster than they were, but they still take quite a long time. So when you log in, it logs in everything surrounds you to the point at which you are. So when I've logged in, oh, it's loading, hang on. I have got add-ons which I need to turn off because I don't care. So I don't care about that, and I definitely don't care about that. So I have to reload the UI again. So this character is a actually no, I take that back, magical warden, and he's an Argonian lizard, so he's got a tail. If I put this in here, you can see that. So he's wearing light armor, but everything he's wearing is made to look like it's heavy armor, so you can surprise it. So for instance, it's wearing choking on necropons, and it's all light armor, but you can make it look like it's heavy armor, which is kind of cool. Do I have a repair kit? No, I do not. Never mind. Right, so he's a lizard, Argonian, and he has a free bear. And because it's a collector's edition bear, hang on, I'll go into first person. I have a grey bear, because it's a collector's edition bear. He's my eternal guardian. Also, I have a pet rabbit, because pets. And these bears are brilliant because you can send them to kill stuff. Sorry, bear. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think an Argonian Necro would probably work. I'll have a look at passives in a sec when I kill this bear. We won't notice the little bear I've left behind. And the weird thing following him about is called Betty Netch, and it gives him mana back. I see, this is a classic case, so it doesn't work on plants. but because he's not leveled up properly, all the cloth and wood and metal he finds is a lower level than the other characters. Yeah, he has a tendency to shoot stuff and it probably dies. So let's look at his passives. Oh, also the other thing, I'm going to show you champion points, but it might be worth doing that on the other character. So go into skills, and tells me what I need. I'm probably ignoring it. So racial passives for Argonians are amphibian, which means you can resto staff, line, use, gain more XP in it. You also helps you in your swimming. My brain's going. Increases your healing done. Increases max health by 1,000 and your disease and poison resistance by that. And then increases your max magicka and max stamina by 1,000. When you drink a potion, you restore 3,125 health, magicka, and stamina. So yes. Where is Tom? We need Tom. We need a free bear. Not every build uses a free bear, but you can. Okay, so this is jute, and this is a lower level cloth than the top one. I like the bunny a lot. So happy they added a bunny. Now all they have to do is add a squirrel. So you get bunnies in the world. But you destroy bunny, sorry bunny. But you also have a bunny pet, which is kind of cool. Yeah, kill your mankind. Nothing is here is tough enough for me to cope with doing this. So wardens get the ability to throw lizards at people, and they also get wings of death. So if I do this, no, not that, do that, wings of death. So, but the bear fights on your side, and if you see at the bottom of the bar, when I'm hovering over this critter, you've got a thing that says 22675 and then 301%. That's your ultimate, and the bear is the ultimate. So if that's charged, you can hit this, and the bear will go away and attack things until it's done its ultimate. But I turned the combat numbers on. So the red box, the red, blue, green box in the corner, which doesn't really show up because I'm not looking at somebody I'm shooting at. That's not good. Shooting at that will not help. Yoo-hoo, something to shoot. This is part of the combat system, so you can turn it on to show stuff. So I've just turned it on to show how much magic I'm regenerating and stuff, just because I was fiddling with it earlier. I don't normally play with those on, but you can do it if you want to. So that's a very quick warden with free bear. You have two types of bear. Bear is lovely. Free bear. Actually, the sorcerer is almost worth logging in because you get free other things with the sorcerer. The warden's brilliant because you can viably do a build that is magicka and stamina because of their passives. So you can be a healer and a tank at the same time with them. I don't recommend it because it's really complicated to play, but so if I just log my Sork back in with her horrible pet mount behind her. Come on, load it. I like their new loading screen. They changed the loading screen for Greymore, and it's more contextual. I like it. So, this character probably shouldn't stand in the middle of town while doing anything. So I go down here. I don't know whether it's set up for it. So, no. But, they can also have pets. So you can summon little things that will help you fight. But I haven't actually got any of them slotted because that's not my thing. But, yes, it's out on PS4. Biden's just asking, so is this out on PS4 or coming to it? So it's out on PS4 at the moment. There's an enhanced version available for PS5, which Tom's greatly looking forward to because it makes it much prettier. Basically, it makes it the same quality as it is on PC. The DLC, which is the one we're all planning to play, is called Blackwood and comes out on PS4 on the 8th of June, which Damash has already said. Right. Damash, you want a quick necro look at? Just because I've got one. You can have up to 10 characters, by the way. So, and you can be in up to 5 guilds. So that should keep everybody happy. And also the other thing, which is so much better than World of Warcraft and other things like that, though it may change. Once you are in a guild with a character, every other character you start is automatically in that guild. So you don't have to rejoin on your outs. Yes, Tom, Free Bear. Did you get to see Free Bear, or do you want me to load him back up again? I have a Templar, which I don't really play, but it's quite fun because the Templar's a pussycat. And then I have a Necromancer, who is a pale person, because why would you not? And her name means the living dead in Welsh. Yes, so the PS5 update comes out at the same time. It's all the same thing. So PS5 and PC gets the enhanced graphics. PS4 gets improved graphics, but not necessarily as enhanced because it's PS4. But I think they've done quite well. I think they've learnt. I mean, Bethesda has quite a bad reputation for being crap. They are not. They have done so well with this game. I mean, from where it started in closed beta to where it is now, it's almost a different game. Oh, damn it, errors. Right, so because I've got lots of add-ons, some of them clash, so I don't have to turn them off. So let me just go back into here and turn off the things that cause the crashes. Reload UI. See, I'm very happy now because you lovely people got me a PS4. And not only can I play this game with people and also can play Diablo with people, I don't care that it's not a PS5. I'm just so happy. It's like, right, so this is my Necromancer. Let me go into here. I don't know what skill she has because I cannot honestly remember. She probably hasn't got any. Oh, she has got champion points. Well, I'll go back into that in a second. So, she's very, very pale because I tried to make her look like she was undead. And she currently does things. So, the same thing of the three skill lines, the same thing of being able to use any art weapon, the same thing of using whatever, and these various other things you can get. So, when I was saying to Damash that don't do stuff in town, you see where it says in red, criminal act. If you do any of the stuff that says criminal act in it, they will kill you. And I will show you, because I will go and kill myself just for you, what happens? So let's do that one. Right, I'm going to do it over here because we don't really want to do it in the middle. There you go. That's what happens if you use a necromancer in a town. Gods don't like it. They get a bit upset. So there's 2 ways to revive as well. So if you have a filled gem, so in Diablo you can either revive yourself in town, in um, the checkpoint, or next to your corpse. In this one, you can be revived by a player. You can do revive here if you have a gem that's filled. You can buy the empty ones or buy the filled ones from stuff, or you can revive it to Wage Shrine. And I go for Wage Shrine because it's literally the other side of the place. So once I've died, I get you are now upstanding and you will no longer be attacked by the law. But all my kit will have taken a hit. Actually, to be honest, my kit hasn't taken much of a hit, so it doesn't matter. But you can fix that by either going to somebody and getting it fixed, or using repair kits. So if you're in dungeons, you can use repair kits. Yeah, don't try that in town with the necromancers, because you will die. Though, if you're hard enough, you could probably kill them, the guards. I'm not going to try it because I'm not hard enough, but... Oh, and the other thing you need to do, while I'm thinking about it, once you get enough cash, go to a stable master every day and put one of these up. So it's really annoying. So it's per character. So if you've got 5 characters, you have to do it with all 5 characters. It costs $2.50 per time. Gold is not really an issue, so it's fine. But the only way to do this is to do it every single day, or buy stuff from the Crown store to do it. But I don't recommend that because that uses real money. So if carry capacity puts the amount of stuff you can put in your bag up. Stamina means you can go faster without running out of stamina, basically. And speed lets you run faster, which is quite useful because when you start out, your mount is slower than you are. And I keep forgetting to come and do this to all my tunes, because I do. But yeah, so you can have all sorts of mounts. I mean, I've got absolutely loads of mounts. That can run. I thought about putting some screenshots in of my mounts, but so this is all the groups of mounts you can have. I don't know if it's going to work because I've got an add-on, but wrong button. But look, she's got a hobby horse. The hobby horse gives you no extra speed, but it's funny. It's a hobby dragon, actually, I think. And if you hit jump, she does things like... Oh, don't do that. Don't hit your button by mistake. Get killed again. Going to run away. I'm running away. Oh dear, there's a deer caught in the wall. Yeah, don't hit the wrong button and end up nearly killing yourself. It's embarrassing. Right, so I don't think this one's a vampire yet. I don't think I've done it, but you can set yourself up to be... Oh yeah, no, she is a vampire. Excellent. That's why she's very pale. If I go back to skills, I have somewhere, is it under there? So I have vampire. So vampire lets you do, they're all criminal acts, do not do it, be careful. Sorry, a moose is distracting me. The mesh, moving in the galactic map VR uploading. We'll send you a link when done. Excellent. So yeah, if you're a vampire, you can do various things, and then there are various stages. So if you're, depending on what stage you are, depends on how much of a vampire you are, if that makes sense. And it tells you somewhere, but I can't honestly remember where. But yeah, so you get extra stuff, so it's really cool. I'm going to very, very briefly touch on this. There are some much better things than me. So once you get to level 50, you get what's called champion points. The current cap is about 2,000, I think, somewhere around that. And you can put these in different things. So, for instance, hang on. So, the blue one is warfare, which is your damage. So, in this case, I'm running with things like I'm running healing done and Eldritch Insight. And basically, what you do is you put some of them you have to equip. So, this one gives me extra magic per stage, and I've got 50 in it, which gives me 1,300 extra magicka, and I have to equip it into here so that it's active. And then you have basically things that do you more damage or less damage or extra damage or all sorts of things, and there's guides for this. And there's three. There's fitness, which is kind of how hard you are, so less squishy, so you might live. Warfare is the damage you do, and then craft is quite fun. So you've got things like Wanderer, which means that using wave shrines costs you less. So if you're in the middle of the world and you want to go to a wave shrine, at the moment on my Nightblade it costs me 102. It was 146. Once you use the wave shrine once, it then goes up to like 800 and then ticks down over 10 minutes. And it's basically to stop you just hopping across the world. But you could hop from one side of the world to the other one using a wave shrine, but if you then hopped back from somewhere else, it's better to go to a wave shrine and then do it for free. But you can also add things to this, like more chance to drop stuff, better gatherer. Gift Divide is quite fun, which increases your mount speed by loads. The answer is that I've been playing this game since closed beta in 2013. So I've been playing this for a really long time. I've had a bit of a gap in the middle of probably about a year, but yeah, I've been playing this for a very long time. And some days I just log in, pick up my daily gift, do the crafting thing, and then log straight back out again. But yeah, I love it. It's so much fun. And it's one of the things I most like about Elder Scrolls games is the ability to go off in any direction you like. So in Skyrim, I used to do the starting quest bit, the tutorial, get out into the world and then go the other way and not do the quest. And I did that on so many characters. I've got characters like 300 hours long, and literally I think he's done the first 2 bits of the main quest. I did up to the Dragon Call bit of that quest, of the main quest, and then I never did any of the rest of it. And then in here, it guides you back to the main quest, but you don't have to do it. You can just do different main quests in different areas. You don't never have to actually do the full main quest if you don't want to. And you probably won't get bored for quite a long time. And I mean, there is some grinding, so I spent about an hour and a half earlier trying to get the scrying thing for that thing in the pale ring. So if I go back to very quick, last thing before I give up and go and find some food. If I go back to my Nightblade, it's also got some damn fine screenshots in there, and you can take photos. And I've just started a new Nightblade, so I'm trying to do a magical one just to see how far I get. And she's a cat, so Khajiit. So if I log this one back in, the Greymore chapter, which is the latest one before Blackwood, they introduced antiquities, which is not like how you do archaeology in the real world, but it is quite fun. And basically, you can what's the word I'm looking for? You can dig up artifacts. Hello, KJ. How you doing? Welcome to the Waffling with Nell about Elder Scrolls Online. I've been going so long that it's actually got dark in here and I might have to turn the light on. This won't work, so we need to go somewhere. Where should we go? Pick us out. Not that one. Let's go to Alakir because we were talking about that earlier. So if I go to here. See, it cost me 102 gold to go, but considering she's got over 1 million, it's probably not going to make much difference. I like Alakir Desert, it's a nice place to wander about. And also, one of the pieces of equipment you get here from the Overland, which is basically the world bosses and various things that's Overland, means there's an awful lot of people wandering around this place. Right, so the archaeology thing, if I go into this one and then go into journal, so you can do basically archaeology in each zone and you can get all sorts of exciting things. So one of the things I got was the ring I got earlier, whatever. So if I just go into this one, so this ring in here, the Ring of the Pale Order, which I'm going to go on about because it's amazing and I love it, basically heals me. It means I don't have to worry about dying quite so much. You find it by, so where's fragments? I have to find it again because I can never remember where anything is. That one, right. So you can get it by finding various fragments. This is to get a mount, and I missed a bit because lockdown and work and stuff and didn't make it in time, and then you can collect other stuff, but yeah. So to scry, you go back into your journal, which is J on my keyboard. You pick a thing that you want to scry. You hit E in my keyboard, and I have no idea what the key is on thing. You join the dots, so each one of these you need to join up. Because I'm max level, I can do it, and I can make interesting shapes with the patterns, because why wouldn't you? And then this gives me the location of the thing I want, eventually. So hopefully it's not the other side of the map, right, so it's there. If I just go into here, if I hit F on the keyboard, it shows me where it's going. And then I need to work out where I'm going, which is that way. Summon a mount. Ride off into the sunset. Getting a squirrel in the way because I found something. See? Squirrel. I squirrel a lot. Oh, and also, because I've got add-ons, if I change mounts, see, I'm going to be good and not squirrel that. I might squirrel that though. If I get off my mount to get a brand new mount, because I have an add-on that gives me a new mount, So every time I change, it just gives me a new mount. How on earth do I get up there? Oh, difficult. Oh yeah, see, you know I was saying that once you've recalled once, it has ticks down. So currently, if I recall to that way shrine, it costs me 587.88 gold. So I'm not going to do that. Go to ride around the corner on my alien-looking, lizard-looking bear. Whee! I hope you appreciate the fact that I am completely ignoring all the things I would normally squirrel. How am I going? That way. Doop-dee-dee. Talk amongst yourselves while I ride around the world. You can't, by the way, you can't do handbrake turns on these things. It doesn't work. See, that's the way shrine I would have come to. Oh, it's going to be in the... Right, so, some areas are... you enter and become a slightly separate area. So this is an necropolis, and you enter it and it becomes another area that's full of zombies. But still has all the people there. So I'll just shoot something for a minute. Oh, by the way, I tend not to stand still. They probably won't kill me, but you know. You do get them when they cast things on you and then you can't. Swine. Right, let's go down here carefully without falling off the edge. While I'm killing these things to get down to screwing, is there anything else anybody wants to know about that I can help with now? I mean, when we get going, I will be there for anybody to ask me any stupid question, and if I don't, or non-stupid question, and if I don't know the answer, I know people who will know the answer, and Google. So, if there's anything else anybody wants to know, just shout and I'll see what I can do. The other thing I might do tomorrow, or possibly on Monday when it's the last day, I might do expeditions on my PS4 to get a new character on there for No Man's Sky, because I don't have any characters on it at the moment. I've logged in long enough to prove it worked, and that was it. How am I going? Why did I pick this one? I could have gone to somewhere else and not waste everybody's time with you watching me fail to do combat properly. Oh, by the way, the guy with the little arrow above his head, pale one, the ghosty thing, is mine. Sorry, I go quiet when I'm doing combat, so you get that look of concentration. Just wander down here. Where am I going? Yeah, see, I'm wandering down here, wandering around the corner, and then we shall be there. And I shall completely ignore those guys and shoot them at the end. And if I die, you can all laugh. I only got one. That's useless. And if I'm lucky, he will give up. There you go, he's gave up. squirrel. I think Mash has experienced this. Oh, if it's on the floor, I shall be so annoyed. Right, so to do it, you click that and it tells you it's over there. Typical. To come back around this way. I'm throwing myself off the cliff. Because I'll probably be okay. There you go. Should have done it that way. So yeah, so you get a dig site. This, and I'd like to say that this isn't quite how archaeology works, but it's quite fun. So what you get is you get a little auger which you can use to work out where the thing is, which I have to say that as an archaeologist would be remarkably useful. So orange is not there, yellow it might be there, green it's there. So what you do is you build up. So when you start off, you don't get the big shovel, you only get the little shovel, the trowel, which basically allows you to only do one thing. But once you've got the big one, if this is up to 4, you can do 4 at a time, except you can't because it only lets you do certain amounts. So what you need to do is make sure, wrong thing, that these are all the same level. And it doesn't really matter. So the thing at the top goes down, but if it's something simple, like blue or a green, it doesn't matter that you've used multiple. And sometimes it does that where it doesn't lose it. So I'll just take that over there, because you don't need it for this one. And then, there you go. So I've exposed the thing, and I'll keep going because I can. You can get bonus stuff, which is why I'm still going. There you go, got bonus gold. I'll just do that to count it down. It gets darker as you finish it off, so then you've got whatever it is. Hello Joker, how you doing? They're all being bored witness by me whiffling on about Elder Scrolls Online. And then you get whatever it is that you got, and the bonus loot, and then you hit exit, and it goes woohoo, and then you look in your backpack, and I've got a treasure, so a 2-fingered gauntlet worth 1,000 gold. And you can do loads of things with it, so anything that's orange is amazing, but you can get loads of stuff. So all those things in my mansion were from that as well. So this kind of tells you, and there's crafting motifs and things. Oh, I found that. And there's hundreds of them all over the place, and you can just there's some I haven't even found yet. So for instance, in Maelstrom, which is an area in the Aldemari Dominion, there are 2 things I've never found. So, is there anything else that anybody wants to know about? So I've done a bit of housing. I haven't actually showed anybody how to do housing, but basically you just place it and then you can pick it up and move it wherever you want. Done a bit of combat. I haven't done PvP because that's basically like combat, but involves a lot of running away or holding towers or castles or keeps and dying. But if you die in PvP, you don't do any damage to your armor, so you can just it'll be fine at the end. If you die in PvE, you damage your armor, but you can repair it. So if you're going into a dungeon, take repair kits. Oh, the other thing I was going to show you was crown store. So you get these things called crowns, which at the moment you buy, so they cost real money. So I try my very best not to buy too many, because I went down a bit of a rabbit hole and bought a lot of stuff I didn't need. And it's so, for instance, I could get this thing which would cost me 3,000. So I'm ESO Plus, which is the monthly subscription. So I could get this for 3,200, which is lovely, and it looks like that. And if I add all my infantry, so when you do the infantry stamina thing, you get, it upgrades what your pet looks like. But I'm not going to buy it because I've got enough pets and I don't need to. And I can understand that and not do it. So, but when thingy drops, Blackmore drops. Oh yeah, by the way, there's houses in here. So for instance, this, which is a tiny little house, costs you 600 gold crowns. So I can't remember exactly what the exchange rate is, but you get 5,500 crowns for £30. So, and then you go all the way up to these amazing places. So for instance, that's 2,600. But you can visit these, so if you want to go and look at them, you can go and look at them. And then there's notable houses. So for instance, this, which is new, will cost you 13,000 crowns. And I will go and have a look at it, because why the hell not? I ain't gonna buy it. So when Blackwood, sorry I got distracted. So when Blackwood comes out, you will be able to earn those crowns by doing dailies inside the game. So they're called something else, I can't remember what they're called. But that means basically you can earn them without spending money. And that's one of the best things they've done, because the problem with loot crates, but you can also get, so you can get random loot crates as well. So if I go back into here, so they do these things that are called, they're just called crates, and they're really cool because you can just, you know, they're a gamble. So for 5,000 you can get 15, and once you do one, it is a random thing. So I'll show you. I'll buy one just to show you. So if I buy this one crate, double click, confirm, open crate. So you get a lovely cat who helps you, and you click on it, and it's basically a random 4 coins. So I've already got that one. That's rubbish, so I will sell it. That's poison, which I don't use, and that's poison I don't use. So out of all of those, I've already got that one, and then these ones I can sell. But you can also get the most amazing pets and mounts and houses and stuff out of it. So the problem is, it's really addictive, because like all gambling, it's an opportunity for you to get something. And the problem is that it costs money, so I'm not going to do that. That's what I need. So, yeah, I don't recommend them. I did fall into a bit of a rabbit hole myself, and I'm old enough and ugly enough to realise that that's a bad plan. So, I would personally, if you want anything in the crowns, do it with the new Endeavour system, and there is a video on Lucky Ghost's channel all about them. And you can extract them as well, so you can take them back and use the crown, use the gems for something else. But yeah, so that's kind of cool. This place is really nice. Can't afford it though. This is Dimash. This is your demon hell. Don't fall in the lava. Look, it's got lava, and it moves. But don't fall in the lava. I think this would probably not be a very comfortable place to live. I mean, it's mostly lava. It doesn't appear to have much in the way of roofs. There, got stuck on a rock. Come on. Yeah. See? There's nowhere warm and cozy to be. But it's kind of cool. I like it. Right, I think now you've had 2 hours of me. Is there anything else you want to know? Apart from when can we get going? Which is the 8th of June. Hopefully Tom will have his copy by then, because he's getting a physical copy of it. I just went for the download because it's exactly the same price to buy the physical as it was to buy the download from the PS Store. So have I missed anything? I'm just a quick think about stuff I may have missed. Oh, you can sell all your junk or disenchant it or put it on the guild store. Yeah, if it's got a red hand next to it, it's stolen, and you need to go and cleanse it beforehand before you can use it. If you get stopped, if you do something in town and you get stopped by a town guard, so for instance you steal something by mistake or on purpose, if you get caught, they will take everything that has a red hand on it. So make sure you've been to a Thieves Guild thing and fenced it all to get it back. So, right, I don't know, I can't think of anything else. There might be something else. PvP will be fun, so you need to be level 10 for PvP, and I love it, but I don't do it quite as much as I should, because it's really frustrating when people don't listen to the leader. And I find it much easier to play it over TeamSpeak or through a chat or something. So because we'll all be in a party, we can coordinate and we'll probably be quite good at it. But yes, I'm going to probably stop there. Oh yeah, one thing while I'm thinking about it. I'm using a poison on these 2 daggers, so I don't get whatever it is that their specialty is. So it says poison weapon enchant, so that's suppressed by the poisoned thing I'm using. But you find out more about that later. You just need to remember to keep everything shipshape. So if your weapon or your kit is damaged, you do less damage, but it's easy to fix. So anyway, thank you everybody who turned up. I hope it was useful. If you think of anything else you're missing, or you want to join in on the madness that we're going to embark on, shout at Damash or I on Discord, and we will add you to the chat. I'm thinking of actually starting a Discord, either starting a Discord for the guild, or if we don't do that, then we'll put a channel in either Damash's or mine or somebody's Discord channel. But at the moment we have a chat group going, so if you want to join in, give us a shout and we'll add you to it. And also, we are not going to instantly become the best raiding guild on the planet, but we will have fun doing it. So I'm quite happy to bimble along in my normal way and do dungeons and stuff. So yeah, if you want anything else, give us a shout. Right, I'm going to go and have some food and turn the light on, because it's now so dark in here I can't see what I'm doing. And also I might play some No Man's Sky on PS4 or some more whatever. So I will talk to you all in a bit and have fun. And thank you very much for coming. I don't feel like I've streamed for 2 hours. It's been really fun. So I'll talk to you all later. Have fun.